Have you ever looked around and felt like everyone else is already living the life you thought you'd have by now? Friends getting married, people your age buying homes, having kids, starting businesses, traveling, figuring it out, and you're sitting there thinking, Ya Allah, why is my story taking so long to start? Maybe you feel delayed. Maybe you feel invisible. Maybe you secretly wonder if you missed your chance, if you made one wrong turn, and now you're forever behind. You scroll on social media, and it feels like you're watching a movie where everyone else is in their main character moment, and you're stuck in the trailer that never ends. But what if Allah is not punishing you? What if He's not late at all? What if the timing that's breaking your heart is actually the timing that's protecting your destiny? Your timeline is not broken. It's just not like theirs, because you are not like them. From the time you were a child, people started handing you an invisible checklist. By this age, you should finish school. By this age, you should be married. By this age, you should have kids, a stable career, savings, a clear plan. Family gatherings turn into silent comparison charts. Social media becomes a scoreboard. You start measuring your worth by how on time you seem in people's eyes. But Allah does not use their checklist. The one who created time is not pressured by it. The one who wrote your story is not confused about your chapter. In the Qur'an, Allah tells us that everything with Him is by due measure, perfectly calculated, never random, never accidental. Your delays, your pauses, your late starts are not outside of His knowledge. They are inside His plan. You live under people's opinions, but your life is written under Allah's precision. So the question shifts from, why am I late? To, what is Allah arranging for me at this exact moment? One of the quiet lies that hurts your heart is this: if my life doesn't look right by now, I must have ruined everything. But listen, child of Allah, your timeline is not an accident that slipped out of His hands. Before you were even placed in your mother's womb, Allah knew your path. He knew which doors would open quickly and which ones would stay closed for years. He knew which du'as would be answered immediately and which ones would unfold slowly, season by season. Qadr doesn't mean you have no responsibility. It means that nothing about your journey surprises your Lord. So when you look at your life and think, I'm too late, I'm too behind, I missed it, remember this: you are looking from the middle, but Allah is looking from the end. What feels like chaos to you is already a completed story to Him. Your slower timeline doesn't mean a smaller destiny. Sometimes, the ones who start later are the ones who carry something different, something heavier, something more impactful. You are not behind schedule. You are exactly where Allah wrote you to be at this point in your story. Sometimes you think you're just unlucky. Everyone else gets the job. Everyone else finds someone to marry. Everyone else moves forward while you feel stuck in the same spot. But what if that stuck place is actually a shield? In Surah Al-Kahf, when Musa walked with Khidr, he watched things that looked wrong, unfair, even cruel. A boat was damaged. A young boy's life was taken. A wall in a town of unkind people was fixed for free. From the outside, none of it made sense. But later, Allah revealed the wisdom. Every strange act was actually protection and mercy for people who couldn't see the full picture. You are the same. There are jobs you didn't get that would have drained your soul. Relationships that didn't work out that would have broken you in ways you can't imagine. Cities you didn't move to. Chances you didn't take. Doors that refused to open. And from where you stand, it just looks like delay. But from where Allah sits, it's protection. You're not just waiting for something. You're being kept from something. So instead of only asking, why am I still here? Start whispering, Ya Allah, thank you for the harms you have hidden from me. When a tree is growing, the most important work happens underground. No one claps for the roots. No one posts them on Instagram. But without those hidden years, there is no strength, no shade, no fruit. Some of you are in your root years. It feels like nothing big is happening. No major milestones, no huge announcements, just small routines, private battles, quiet growth. But Allah may be using this late start to grow you deeper, not just louder. In these years, your intentions are purified. Are you chasing success to impress people or to please Allah? In these years, your character is refined. Your sabr is stretched. Your tawakkul is tested. Your ego is humbled. Because when your moment finally comes, when the marriage happens, when the opportunity opens, when the platform arrives, you won't just be someone who got there. You'll be someone who can stay there without losing your soul. Some people rise fast and collapse faster because their roots were shallow. Allah loves you too much to let that be your story. So if your beginning feels late, whisper to your heart, maybe Allah is growing my roots where no one can see, so that one day I can stand where not everyone can stand. We act like starting early is the only way to have a great story. But look at the seerah. Look at the people Allah chose. The Prophet Muhammad didn't begin his mission as a prophet at 18 or 20. Revelation came when he was around 40. Years of being a shepherd, a trader, a husband, a father. Years of normal life before the world knew his name. Those years were not wasted. They were preparation. Umar ibn al-Khattab was not from the first group to accept Islam. In fact, he was once one of its strongest opponents. But when he finally submitted, he became one of the greatest supporters and leaders in our history. If people saw them before, some might have said, "He's late, he's off, he's going nowhere special." But Allah was quietly arranging something mighty. You don't have to be a teenager genius, a 20-something millionaire, or married by a certain age to have a life that matters in Allah's sight. Some of the most powerful stories begin when the world has already counted you out. Allah is not embarrassed by your late start. Sometimes He deliberately waits, so that when He lifts you, everyone knows it was Him. One of the heaviest lies you carry is this: I'm not where I should be, so maybe I'm not good enough. But your value was never supposed to be measured by age, salary, relationship status, or how on track you look in a family WhatsApp group. With Allah, the most honored are not the earliest, richest, or most accomplished. The most honored are the ones with the most taqwa, the ones whose hearts remember Him, seek Him, and return to Him. You are not less than because you're still single. You are not behind because you're still studying or still figuring out your path. You are not late because your life doesn't match a cultural timeline. Allah is not impressed by how quickly you checked boxes. He is looking at how sincerely you walked your road. Being late in people's eyes doesn't make you late in Allah's mercy. You are seen. You are known. You are not a failure. Let's get practical now. Because knowing Allah's wisdom is one thing. Living with His timing every day is another. Step 1. Detach from people's timelines. Gently unfollow pages that trigger painful comparison. Limit the voices that keep saying, "By this age you should." Your path is yours. Step 2. Lean into dua and tawakkul. Be specific in your duas. Ask Allah for marriage, success, healing, stability, whatever your heart longs for. But when it comes to timing, place it back in His hands and say, "When you know I'm ready, Ya Allah." Step 3. Prepare in the present. Don't pause your life while you wait. Learn skills. Heal from past wounds. Take care of your health. Build your relationship with the Qur'an. Strengthen your salah. Move, even if it's in small steps. Step 4. Choose the right environment. Surround yourself with people who remind you of Allah's wisdom, not just worldly pressure. Step 5. Reframe daily. When the thought comes, "I'm behind," answer it with, "I am being prepared, not punished." Take a breath for a moment. Your life is not late. Your story is not ruined. Your Lord is not absent. Allah's measure is perfect, even when it cuts across every human expectation. Your delays may be protection. Your quiet years may be deep roots. Your late start may be the opening chapter of something far more beautiful than what you planned. Whisper this with me. My story is in Allah's perfect time. I will trust His plan for me.